Well, welcome to Schenectady Today in and around the Capital Region. We're so happy that you're joining us today. We have a really great lineup. We have 6 segments with outstanding guests with wonderful events that are coming up in our area. As always, we want to make sure that everyone is aware of what's going on, and not just that 30 to 1 minute soundbite that you'll see on the regular channels, but we like to give our guests a little bit more time and space. We're going to be starting off our show talking about the Taiwanese American Cultural Society and their big celebration, which is a free event coming up at the Egg. After that, we'll be talking with guests from the CAP Rep, and we'll be talking about, let me get that right, more people here. Did I get that right? Some people. Why can't I get that, Mike? So, some people hear thunder. And then, and that has to do with the Armenian genocide, but it's a very uplifting musical. Then we're going to be going over to Schenectady Civic Players, and we're going to hear about The Curious Savage. Well, what is that about? What a title, but we're going to hear all about it. We're going to see some great photos as well. And then we're going to be going over to My Sci, and they're having their big gala, their Big Bang Gala. 10th anniversary, my goodness, and it's a decade of discovery. So please get a ticket for that. This should be fun. Then we're going to be coming back here at Proctor's and talking to Marilyn Sassy about the Proctor's, history of Proctor's, and also tours that she does. She heads up the tours. And then we're going to be going over to Albany again, because at Chancellor Hall they will be doing, the Mendelssohn Club of Albany will be doing a big event. So we're going to be hearing from all of those guests, and I do want to hope that you'll be able to check out some of those and have some fun. But right now I want to talk to our first 2 guests. Right next to me I have Dr. Patrick Yang. He's the president, and also Chung Ching Chen, and he is an advisor to the Taiwanese American Cultural Society of the Capital District. Did I get it all in?
Yes.
I did.
You got it right.
What's going on?
Well, pretty good. Actually, we are the Taiwanese American Cultural Society. We are the 501c3 tax nonprofit examination.
So you'll take donations?
Yes, definitely. We're helpful, and we are very proud to be able to offer to the community in the Capital District free of charge of the wonderful performance from Taiwan.
You've done that like almost every year.
Yes,
it's
yes,
just
almost.
Wonderful, and I've attended a number of them.
Yes.
They're wonderful.
Yes.
14 or 15
years, and I think you've been on every year.
My office used to be here.
Good.
So our mission is to introduce the Taiwanese culture, ethnic value, history, and arts and music to the community in the Capital District. So this performance is one of the activity we usually host at the Egg, every year, sometime in May, because May is actually Asian Pacific, American month, but also is a Taiwanese American Heritage Week.
Yes.
And so this is part of that celebration.
Yeah, and
yes.
so who did you bring this year?
We have this group from the Yilan. Yilan is a city near the northeastern of Taiwan.
And Taiwan is an island.
It's an island, yes.
And the Straits of Taiwan comes through
Yes,
there, right?
that's right.
Okay, and then China's over there.
Yes,
Okay.
and this group coming from Yilan. Yilan is actually a city border to the ocean. So you'll see the promo, the video they have there. You will see they're kind of waiting in the beach and all that. And it also a prairie, and so it's rich with culture. They are very famous with their what I call the 3-star scallion. Maybe it's not a 3-star from the Michelin, but anyway, it's famous for it's famous for their scallion and so on. And this group is a young musician, from the Taiwan. They fuse traditional Taiwanese, classical instrument with some Western music. And also, you'll see in one of their performance segments, actually, they kind of fuse the beatbox with the classical music.
Goodness.
So this youngster, they have a very innovative interpretation.
But you brought a video, so we can see.
Yes,
some of
you'll see
Let's
that
put
that's
the
a
video up
segment.
and take
Okay,
a look
great.
at it. And we'll take a look and see what this is
I
going to.
have to say that Taiwan is a very diversified society, so each year we bring the different.
Very diverse.
not a flute. It's like a trumpet, but it's not trumpet. It's typically used in the ceremony and music performance in the temple, whatever. And you see the decoration on his face. It's all yeah. So there's string instrument, and you see something similar to guitar, but it's quite different. And here the beatbox, they kind of try to put this together.
So these are photo. Oh, so this is a great promo because it shows them on the
Yes.
land, and not just on the stage. Playing the guzheng? No.
That is called yangqin.
Okay.
It's kind of a percussion instrument, so you kind of have a very flexible percussion stick that you
So this is a wonderful group that we're very fortunate that you brought them here.
Yeah, we are very proud and very happy. And also you see at the end, actually there's two cultural folk artists come with them. So before the performance, actually we have added benefit. Have these two masters. They are going to demonstrate paper art and also the tree bark carving and so on.
Tree bark carving.
Yes,
oh my
yes,
goodness,
and
that's
weaving
it.
and all that.
So what did you bring here? I
Okay,
think you
what
brought
I-
your rooster with
What
you.
I bring here is actually this is a year of the rooster. Okay,
yes.
so actually at the performance, if you come early, we have a limited amount of them. We'll hand it out.
Oh, you're going to do the rooster. Oh my God.
And this is for you.
Oh, shishi.
Yep, 不客气.
Yeah, Bukurchi, yes. That's really wonderful. Thank you so much.
So if you are interested in the folk art demonstration, please come early. It started at 6 o'clock before the performance,
And
which
usually
was
has some
started 7.
food and stuff. Sometimes you have.
Well, this time we don't have a
you
food
didn't
in
have-
there,
okay,
but
yeah.
we do have some information about
the
Taiwanese
information,
culture,
yeah.
also tourism.
Yeah.
You can see that Taiwan is a beautiful island, a lot of tourists.
And a place to visit.
Yeah, definitely. So there's some information there. If you're interested, you can come and visit us.
Yeah, and well, let's go over that one more time because
Yes.
I want to make sure everybody knows it's on May 7th, which is a Saturday. It's at the Egg. Very easy parking. Just park underneath
Yes.
and go up the
Yeah,
stairs.
Sunday.
And
So.
take the elevator up, right? Handicap accessible. The most important thing, it's a free event. How do you fund this to get a free event?
Well, we get some support from the Cultural Center of Taipei Economic and Cultural
Taipei, okay.
Office in New York. But we actually raise the money from our own, member.
Right, yeah.
So we actually kind of subsidize.
Yes, because this is a big event because they're doing it at the Egg. This is not shabby. This is very nice.
And also we have a local sponsor.
Yeah.
Price Chopper every year sponsor help us print out those beautiful flyer and poster.
Good.
And also Stewart Shop also support
Yes.
our
We
event
have
as
very
well.
good support, don't we,
Yes,
from our
we do.
community,
We
our,
do.
our businesses and our community. You'll want to see them because why not? And bring the kid. Can you bring kids?
Sure,
to this?
definitely.
Bring kids,
So
'cause-
I think the folklore arts demonstration will be great for kids.
Yeah.
And you can come to pick up your
I
lantern.
got my rooster.
And also we have a beautiful scenery calendar which will be free to distribute at that time too.
Right. Well, we celebrate Chinese New Year's every year with a dinner, and it was fun because look at that, it lights up. Oh my gosh. Excuse me while I play. And so we were really celebrating with the rooster, got some
Yes.
rooster stuff up,
Yeah.
so that was good. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you,
and I
Ann,
hope
for
that
having
you have
us.
a
Yes.
packed house,
Yeah.
standing room only, maybe.
Yeah.
Good.
We're
It's
looking
always good.
forward to see you there.
Good. I plan to be there. Thank you both for being
Okay,
here.
thank you,
It's been
Ann.
a pleasure
Yeah,
to
for
meet
having
you,
us.
and it's
Yeah.
always good to see you
Yeah.
too, Chung Chen. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to hear from the reps. Some people hear thunder. I don't know what we're going to hear, but we'll find out soon. Stay tuned. Great.
Okay. Yeah.
It's Sunday, January 15th, 2012, and we're going to take a quick tour of the Green Market in Proctor's Theater. Here we are in Robb Alley. Lots of vendors, lots of people. Take a quick view upstairs and downstairs, and we'll go down.
And here we are back again. And I forgot to mention the breaks today are going to be the Green Market, just to let people remind them that it's going to be outside coming up this month. But anyway, I am so pleased to talk about a play that's coming up at Cap Rep, because it has an impact on our community, since we have a large Armenian community. And so we're going to find out more about this. And I understand that Kevin McGuire is involved in this. What a great guy
Kevin
he is.
And
I love Kevin.
He's been an artistic associate with us now for 5 years. Of course, folks locally will remember that he had the wonderful theater company at Hubbard Hall for 9 years.
That's right.
In Cambridge. This is kind of a new adventure for Capitol Repertory Theater. This is not a show that we're producing. Kevin is bringing this show, a world premiere musical, to Albany, in his words, as a gift to the community. They've discovered these wonderful connections within the local Armenian community with the historical figures in the play. And the co-creator, Gershon Smoger, who along with Jeffrey Sorkin, Gershon wrote the script, co-composed some of the music along with Jeffrey, and he's actually producing the show. So this is something new for us, where we're having a different organization and we're hosting, and we're very excited about it.
And especially since there's such a great connection with Kevin. Did you know Kevin before this?
I did not.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'd never met him until the audition.
Man of La Mancha and Camelot. I mean, his voice is just incredible. So we're talking with Jessica Walkenfuss, and she is she's in the play, or in the musical. She's been in a lot of other stuff. You were in Spamalot and a whole bunch of it.
Yeah, did the White Christmas
of course,
tour.
that jumped out at me because I love Spamalot. But you've been in a White Christmas, so I mean, it's you love theater, I bet.
I do.
Yeah. How long have you been performing?
I've been dancing since I was 3 years old.
So you're a dancer as well?
Yeah, a dancer mainly.
You're a triple threat? You sing
I try
too?
really hard. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I do. Yeah, but I'm in the ensemble of the show, and so I'm kind of bouncing around doing all the dances and all the big musical numbers here and there.
Isn't it a wonderful setting? That this theater is just lovely. Have
It
you
is.
ever
I love the
performed here
space.
before?
No, I hadn't.
It's a lovely theater, and there's not a bad seat. Well, there might be one bad seat somewhere, but I've never sat in it.
It's a nice intimate house, which is really nice.
I never sat in it. So.
Yeah, you feel very up close and personal with the actors, and we feel really connected to the audience because it's a nice intimate setting.
It's like a U.
Yeah, we're
So
on
you
a
got
flat
the
stage,
sides.
which means the audience kind of surrounds the sides of the stage as well.
Yeah.
So it's really fun to play with.
Yeah, it is. And have you played with theaters like that much, or is this?
I've done theater in the round.
Oh,
which is
the
really
round has got to be really
yeah,
hard.
But I've
You have
never
to really
actually
be
done
spinning through.
Yeah, I've never actually done a thrust stage, which is really fun.
Yeah, good. Michael, how's the reception been of this? I know that you've had just kind of a few testing.
Yep, it's in previews right now, and folks are getting a feel for it. We open officially at 8 p.m. Friday, this Friday, May 5th. Kevin, as well as directing the show, also stars in the show.
Okay, good. And where did he get the idea for this?
Gershon Smoger is a...
That's the director?
No, Kevin's directing.
Oh, the producer.
Gershon co-created the show along with Jeffrey Sorkin. Gershon did the book, worked on some of the lyrics and music, and Jeffrey Sorkin did the music and the orchestrations.
Okay.
Josh D. Smith, our music director, is doing some other orchestrations. Gershon is an internationally recognized human rights lawyer.
Oh, okay.
And he's very concerned about not only the fate of people today, but respecting and honoring people from the past.
From the past.
And he feels that in this particular historic situation, people haven't been recognized the way they should have.
It was a genocide. It was a genocide.
Yes,
correct.
Planned genocide.
Correct. And he tells this beautiful love story that bounces back and forth between New York and southern Turkey. There's a corollary love story that involves Kevin McGuire and Joan Hess as well, a wonderful Broadway actress who's also in the show. The primary relationships between a reporter and the woman he's left behind in New York, and how they communicate with each other through this crisis and come through the crisis. So it's really a love story.
Yeah, it's so Kevin. So the human rights attorney is the one that thought about this.
Yes, he wrote the
Kevin
show.
met Gershon over 30 years ago. They've been longtime friends.
Oh, really?
And about 10 years ago, Gershon said, "Take a look at this show." And Kevin was still at Hubbard Hall and didn't feel they had the right facilities to do it.
Okay.
So just a short while ago, they produced a workshop of the show in San Francisco, and it went so well, they said, let's move on with this. And Kevin said to Gerson, I've got the place for you, a place I work in Albany, California.
Yeah, and it's a perfect setting as well. One of the things that it kind of falls after this movie that's been out, The Promise, which has to do with the Armenian genocide. Who would have thought we'd have a movie and a musical,
all
right,
at the
like
same
one
time.
after the other?
Happenstance, but
Yeah,
interesting.
really. How many are in the cast, Jessica?
There's 13 of us.
13, okay.
Yeah, and I can't say enough good things about this cast. Everyone is so talented. Everyone is so professional and so wonderful at what they do, and really are instrumental in getting the story across. And just the talent is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And they're really good people too. So I really love
Well, I find
spending time
theater
with them.
people are really nice.
Yeah.
They really
are.
nice people, you know? I mean, we see all the stories about Joan Crawford and all of those are actresses.
those film people.
Those film people. But stage people are usually very nice people. Everyone that you've ever brought to this stage here has been phenomenal. So let's talk about when they can see it, because that's important, so everybody knows when they can see it. And it's running, let's
It
see,
continues in previews,
till May.
and then it opens on Friday,
this
May
Friday.
5th.
May 5th, and it runs through the 21st.
You got it.
Correct. And as far as pricing, it depends where they're sitting and what night they go to.
And they can go to somepeoplehearthunder.com
Right.
and find out all about that.
Okay, so they also have their own website.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Okay, good. I'll make sure that
somepeoplehearthunder.com.
And there's
I'll
some
make
wonderful information about the Armenian genocide
Yeah.
on there as well.
Do you want to know a wonderful local connection that you'll enjoy, Ann?
I would love to know.
The Grand Cash markets throughout the capital region
Sure.
long ago
Way back when.
were owned by an Armenian gentleman
Really?
who partially started that chain to employ fellow Armenians who had moved in the diaspora. We have reason to believe quite strongly that historical characters from the play actually worked at Grand Cash Market in Albany. Grand Cash Market in Albany is what? It's Capitol Repertory Theater.
I know.
He
I
was in the
remember that.
same
It's
building.
I mean, talk about,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Who
it
knew?
just keeps coming around, doesn't it? And I know that we have a large Armenian community, and for those of you who watch the show on and off, we have Father Stefanos Dudokian come on, and he's always been very vocal about the genocide that
Correct.
occurred and to never forget. You know, it's one of those things that it was a horrible time for them. And I don't think that many of us, we've kind of been focused on World War II and what happened to the Jews and the Gypsies and anybody who was a minority.
Right.
You're too young for this. You don't know. But
Done my
anyway,
research.
You
But
know,
I'm grizzled, I know.
but anyway, it kind of got lost in the shuffle, and I think this is so important.
It's still
to
not
bring-
officially recognized,
I know,
which is
but
important.
Turkey does not recognize.
No, and I believe there's multiple countries that haven't officially recognized that it was an actual genocide.
Well, still have people who think the Holocaust never happened.
I
You know,
know.
they're living in some
So, yeah.
time warp somewhere.
It's an important story to tell.
Yes,
And we're very proud to tell it.
and it's a musical, so that's
It
really
is.
kind of cool. So,
And-
Jessica, it's so nice to meet you.
Nice
And
to
then
meet
you
you.
know I love the connections of the various arts in the capital region.
I
So
know.
So if I could put in a plug, you've got the Mendelssohn coming up.
Yes, we do.
When I was 18, I performed with the Mendelssohn Singers at Chancellor's Hall.
Really?
They're a
And Chancellor's Hall,
fantastic
isn't that the
group.
greatest place?
Some of my friends sing with them. They're just a wonderful organization.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to be
So
shining a
I
spotlight
bet
on
they
them.
would take you back. We'll have to check with them,
Sing
right?
with them
I
again.
didn't sing with them. I played guitar with them.
Okay, good. You're not pushing that. But anyway, I want to thank you both for being here, because I'm looking forward to seeing more people.
Some people.
Only some, not all, just a
Why
few.
can't I get the more and the some? Oh, and I wrote it down right too. It's right here.
Some, just some.
Doggone.
people.
I don't use a teleprompter. I have an excuse. I don't use a
There you go.
teleprompter. But anyway, go see it. Whatever it is, go see it. So, and you're going to enjoy it, I'm sure, especially with Jessica in it. I'm sure you'll watch her dance.
I have dark, wigged, I have dark
Well,
hair.
sure, yeah.
You may not recognize
We
me.
won't recognize you,
No.
but we'll look for that sparkle in your eye.
Oh, thanks.
Good. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back again, we're going to be talking about the Curious Savage, another theater group. So
Excellent.
stay tuned, and you'll see a little bit more of the Green Market. I'm Ann Perillia, Schenectady Today. Good. Great. Great, thank you. Got everything in?
Yeah.
Oh, my. This is in 2 days where we filmed Schenectady Today in and around the capital region. What a change. All right. Now I'll start to take a look at the different vendors one by one. Well, good morning, Lou.
Good morning.
Looks nice. What have you got here?
Well, we're making Belgian sugar waffles. Basically, what we do with the waffle is we fold pearl sugar inside the dough, and then we let the dough rise. And then after that, we bake the waffle in the waffle iron, and we sell them. And we have them in small size, we have them in regular size, or we also have them smothered in chocolate.
Oh, it looked wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you
Looks
very
like
much.
sales are good too. Basically, if you buy something down here, what we have is a nice little restaurant where you can sit down and enjoy the food.
And here we are back again. And the Green Market was inside, but I just want to remind you it's going to be outside starting this month. So, and that's really fun. But anyway, The Curious Savage, I looked at the title, and of course, if you're looking at it right now on the screen, there's a big old teddy bear. It doesn't look like a very savagey kind of thing. So,
Don't let the bear fool ya.
Jennifer is the director and the able director. You've done a number of directings and you've done a wonderful job. And we have Jean Carney, you've been on the show before, and Dave has been on the show before.
Yes.
And so let's talk about what is The Curious Savage about?
We're actually just talking about how hard it is to sum up The Curious Savage in a soundbite. But really, I'd say
You have more than a soundbite.
it's about fools and money and determination and finding friends in unexpected places, really. It's a beautiful story of a woman's adventure to follow her dreams in spite of the fact that her children are diametrically opposed to what she wants to do.
Oh, that's not so good.
But she gets help from the people who live in the Cloisters Sanatorium, and they help her find strength, find herself, and in the process make us all laugh.
Yeah. See, because friends, you don't have to like them. I mean, they come into your life because you do like them.
Yeah.
Right?
She doesn't make us laugh. We're two of her stepchildren.
Oh, you're the stepchildren?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We've
well,
committed her to an insane asylum for good reason.
You naughty boy.
No. It was the practical thing to do.
It was a practical thing to do. Now I'm getting a little bit more about this Curious Savage thing. But let's, first of all, we have some great photos. So let's look at the photos, and maybe you can kind of give us a setting of what's happening. So I think Jay is going to bring them up. Okay, what's the piano got to do with it? Or is it just a prop?
No, the piano is part of the show. One of the characters can play the piano, but he won't in front of people. And it plays an important role in how Mrs. Savage will ultimately remember her friends.
Oh, okay. And is he a friend or a family?
He's a friend.
Okay.
These are the residents who live in the Cloisters.
The Cloisters, now, is this a sanitarium? I mean, you
Yes.
really meant that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And she's got to leave them some money? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, because she wants to give away her money to a memorial.
Our money.
Her money.
Our money, right?
See, they're so committed. They're
I know.
so committed.
They got their parts down. Really good.
They know. It's actually a beautiful thing.
Okay. And then we have, that's the whole cast.
This is our full cast shot. I called this setup the Sharks versus the Jets, actually.
Oh, okay. So you come out dancing against each other. Is that it?
Guys, blocking change.
Yay.
Nice try.
And these are actually two of the three children here with
The happy
All three.
family.
yeah, the happy family we call this.
Okay, all right.
And
And
there's
there's-
Pat Brady.
She's the mom.
Yes, playing Mrs. Savage.
So tell me, what does this teddy bear have to do with the show?
It's a sign of her mental illness. She's carrying it all the time for some reason.
She takes a childish delight in being seen everywhere with it.
Well, We all have quirks.
And the teddy bear has secrets.
Are you on her side as well?
As what?
And the teddy bear has secrets. But if you want to know what they are, you gotta come see the show.
Pat Brady is been on the stage, like, she's just a very well seasoned actress.
Absolutely.
She's wonderful to work with.
Yeah,
She's absolutely wonderful.
She's fun too.
Yes.
She's a fun person.
She is.
She's great.
And Jean, you've been in a number of plays. I know I had you. I believe you've been on the show before. No. Do I just know you from the stage? It seems like I know you.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen you at various functions, and
Yeah.
I almost came on the last time promoting the last show that I was in, but I wasn't able to make it.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's where
Yeah.
your name came up. But I know Dave has been in, and you were in that. You were a villain in the last.
Yeah, Wait Until Dark.
Yeah, Wait Until Dark.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Villainous man.
they were
and he
both-
really was villainous.
Yeah, they were both actually on stage in other shows this season,
Right.
and The Curious Savage is our last show of our 89th season.
I know, and I just saw the new season come out. I don't think I brought it with me, but it looks to be really good. I got it from John Hickman, and I thought it was, yeah, I do have the new season. Let me just, well, I got a second. They're going to be doing 5th of July as Bees in Honey Drown. Drown? I don't know that play at all. And Inspector Calls, I know that one. Other Desert Cities, I've heard that. I've seen that. And School for Lies, well, that's a classic, right?
It's going to be a great season, and
Yeah.
now's a perfect time to get subscriptions.
Yeah, and they're very reasonable, and I love the theater, and the seats are comfortable, and
It's
and
only
you're-
$60 for 5 shows.
I know,
You
is that
subscribe.
a bargain?
Yeah.
$12 each. Tell me, the elevator?
Yes, the elevator.
Sputter.
The elevator is actually in Schenectady now. No, we have. It's been slowly but surely coming along. And
They have it on 12 snails, and, and they just keep moving closer.
all the pieces really are coming together at this point, and the elevator is definitely making progress.
But
And
every
we're-
time I usher, they go, "Is the elevator in that?" And I go, "It's coming," and I put my happy face on. You know.
We're very excited about the progress.
Yeah.
When you come to the Playhouse to see the show this weekend or next weekend, you'll be able to see some of the great developments that we've made toward the elevator.
I know, you've done such a phenomenal job. And you know, putting in an elevator is no easy task.
It really
I
is.
mean, and they had to do a lot of reconstruction and opening walls and doing all sorts of things. And you put in a new heating system. My gosh, they have done so much to that building, and it's a lovely theater. One of the nice things about the shows is they give refreshments.
Yes.
At the, I want to say at the break, because we do breaks, but at intermission, they always do those. So those are wonderful.
Well, one thing that will happen with help with the elevator is donations. You can actually donate money in order to get the elevator built, because you got to pay those snails.
I know,
something.
you got to get those snails. You got to give them some, whatever those snails eat.
They're union snails.
Right.
We don't want them to go on strike. We want them to keep moving. That's right. So, but I've been assured that next season the elevator will be in place. So
That
that's
is the
great.
plan.
And you have all kinds of things going on, even in the summer and stuff. Get involved with the civic players, and if you have a little bit of the acting bug in you, like you guys do, go over there and try out for something.
It's always open auditions. Anybody is welcome.
Yeah, yeah, and they always have great ones.
And we just have a wonderful group of people working on this show. You know, the cast, it's a huge cast, 11 people, and they're all amazingly, for that
Great
big a
crew.
cast, they're all great people, wonderful, talented, and our crew backstage. Guys, I couldn't do any of this without you.
She's talking to you.
To my crew.
If you're watching, it's live streaming, they can hear it right now as you say it, from your voice to them. I want to just remind everybody, it's from May 5th to the 14th, and I'll be there on Sunday, by the way.
Great.
I'll see you at the matinee. And and you can see it at their theater, which is in the Stockade. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you,
It's
Wendy.
a pleasure to see you guys. Take care. Break a leg.
Thank you.
Good. We're going to take another quick break of the Green Market. This is the inside, but we're going outside. And when we come back, we're going to my side. Stay tuned. Good. We're done.
Well, here I have Armin. Hello, Armin.
How are you?
What are you selling here?
We have Mediterranean food, Eastern Europe. We have Greek, Turkish, Italian, Croatian. We have some Bosnian dishes as well.
Wow. Okay, what's the name of your shop?
European delicacies.
All right, and
we're located in Albany.
Pardon?
We're located in Albany. That's
okay.
That's where our kitchen is based out of.
And what's your favorite?
My favorite here is the stuffed peppers, which are stuffed with about a half a pound of ground sirloin. They're topped with mozzarella and marinara sauce, and they're also stuffed with a little bit of rice.
Are sales pretty good?
Yes, they're doing real good.
And are you here all summer or winter?
We're here throughout the winter and the summer market. We'll be at the summer markets as well.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
I've encountered a gentleman who's with Terra Kitchen, but he's out of food. He's run out.
Yeah, we have just one order of lamb combo.
One order of lamb. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we have Ambition with a lot of nice coffee. Pat, hello.
How you doing?
Now, what do you have here, and what shop do you represent?
This is Adirondack Flower Farm, and we have maple products.
Well, who can't get excited about a Big Bang Gala? I love the name.
So it's a long-standing name. You know why it's called the Big Bang?
Well, I know what the Big Bang is, but I'm not sure why you picked that name.
Well, also obviously because of the science related to the television show, but the real reason for my side to call our event the Big Bang is because we end the evening with a huge fireworks display.
Well, and we have a picture of that.
Yes,
we
yes,
have a
we do.
picture. Yeah. So, anyways, I love the pictures that you sent. By the way, those are great. And we're going to be showing those. So the event is coming up this week. Actually, it's going to be on May 5th, Friday. And tell me more about it. And maybe Jay, can you bring up the photos, maybe, and we can talk about it as we go through the photos. I think he'll do that. So, well, right with me, I have Carmel Patrick. She's the Vice President of Development. And with her, she's brought Eileen Handelman. She's the principal in the Capitol Affairs. I love the name. There must be a lot of affairs going on in the Capitol, but we're not talking about those.
Didn't work out, you know, there was backup plan.
Right. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, Jay, I'm sorry. Oh, this is what's going on, which is going to be a little bit hard for people to read.
Well, but I can.
Oh, Mazzone does.
Yeah,
an
why don't you talk about the menu?
job. Mazzone Hospitality. Matt Mazzone has been on the committee for all 10 years.
Yeah.
This is our 10th year. And he puts together an incredible menu. And this year, the event falls on Cinco de Mayo. So we've got a fabulous theme going with some great food. So you don't want to miss this.
This sounds pretty special because of it falling on a holiday too, right?
Right. I mean, the menu, as folks can see on the invitation, is just an incredible Mexican array with the special cocktail this year. The signature cocktail is a blood orange margarita.
Yes.
So we're looking
The
forward
blood
to that.
oranges are so good too.
Yeah. So yes, so we started the gala. The first one was in 2008.
I think you've been on every year since they started it.
Yes, we have. Yep, and Jane Golub, of course, who's a fabulous My Side trustee. She totally did.
I was on one of the committees way in the very beginning.
That's right.
Yeah, I was on. I think the first one. I think we were really sitting
when
upstairs.
We were Starry Night.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. So there was it was an undertaking that was incredible and so many tasks to do, and that's how you fit in, right?
Well, it's so funny how this event has evolved. I mean, we started out, we would do a full event, hours long. We did dancing, the whole bit. And then thanks to Betty Carol Barlin, suggested,
oh, I love it. She's such a...
Why don't we cut it down to 3 hours and just pack a lot of great, fabulous things into those 3 hours. So we have a jazz trio, great networking.
Well, let's get the pictures up. Maybe we can look at the photos and then we can talk about them. I think Jay's getting them up now because I think the photos were really great. And now you've got a silent auction.
We have a silent auction unlike anything you've seen in the Capital Region because a lot of the items we secure are through Jane and the Chicago Houseware Show.
Okay.
So these are items that are very high-end, but affordable at the auction.
Okay.
So
beautiful china or cookware or fancy knives. I mean, it's really
Culinary Institute of America packages.
Now you have the event at at the museum.
Yes, we deliberately staged it at the museum right
Why
from the
not?
start because we
Why
wanted
not?
to make sure that we were bringing a lot of folks who might not necessarily have entered a science center, which a lot of
we
folks
slap
perceive.
their hands?
I know. So we
they
get a big
need to
crowd.
get there.
We get folks from Albany, we get folks
Yeah.
from Saratoga and Troy and Schenectady, of course.
But your museum is so, I love it.
And
It's amazing, and that's the beauty of
And who are
having
the
it at
events
my
gonna be?
side. People come in and adults can enjoy it as much as children do.
Right,
and
exactly.
Great things to learn, great thing, hands-on experiments and interactives, and now we've got the Challenger Learning Center, which is
Right.
incredible.
Phenomenal.
We do planetarium shows.
And the Dudley
tours.
Observatory, and I mean, you got an
Absolutely.
astrophysicist there.
And that's how, I guess, the decade of discovery really relates not only to the fact that the Big Bang has been around for 10 years, but also
Been a
that
long-
my
a lot
side
longer
has
than
really.
10 years, actually, the Big Bang.
Oh, the gala, the
the
gala,
big
the
one.
gala has been around for 10 years, but the decade of discovery was what we chose because obviously my sci itself has been transformed over the last decade.
Absolutely.
And so what Eileen mentioned in terms of opening the Challenger Learning Center, which just brings kids to space on a simulated mission, or
amazing.
partnering with the Dudley Observatory so
Yeah.
that we can run monthly night sky observations and hopefully build an observatory later this year on site so that we can really have the telescope
Yeah.
up and running. But you know, we've had opportunities for children to discover new things. Our invention convention is
Come on, I'm
going right now,
discovering
and
stuff when
adults.
I go. Every time I go there, it's like I just have such a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
like I'm pushing the kids out of the way. Get out of the way, kids! I want to see what's that.
That's what
No,
we
I
want.
don't.
No, well, we don't want kids being pushed out of the
I
way.
really
but
don't
we
do
want
that.
to
I'm not
engage-
mean to kids.
we say now that our audience is pre-K to gray.
Yeah, yeah,
And we
yeah.
have something for every population in between.
Well, not only that, but you know, many people will say, "Oh yeah, oh the my side, yeah, I was there. I was there a few years ago." It's like, no, I don't care when you've been there. It's changed.
And changing.
It changes because it's a work in progress. Because there's so many new, innovative things that come. They do things with sound and light and MRIs and you name it. You do it all. Edison and
Right. And our next exhibit,
Dinosaurs,
besides invention conventions, so of course these wonderful inventions that 100 school children,
They're amazing.
those will be on display right after the
Amazing.
gala.
Right.
Amazing.
But starting in June, we're going to actually have a new exhibit that's all about alternative energy that GE Renewables is sponsoring.
Great.
So there'll be just really wonderful interactives all related to wind and solar and climate change and you name it.
We
so
need
that'll
to get that
be
information
really
out
exciting.
to people, the science behind it.
Exactly.
And not just like somebody saying, oh, I don't know about that.
Exactly.
So we need to, and of course there was a big science march lately.
That's right.
A week or two ago, so that was on a Sunday, I think.
It was Saturday, and actually,
Okay.
my side was part of a science fair that accompanied the march, and our educators were there doing hands-on science, technology, engineering, and math activities for children and their families.
Yeah.
So it was quite a day.
Yes,
quite
science
a
is
day.
not a dirty word.
Not at all. Not at all.
So this is your 10th anniversary, and you'll be doing this again next year, I imagine.
Oh yes, it gets bigger and bigger every year.
Bigger.
Every year we wonder how we're going to top the previous year, and somehow
always
we
do.
manage to do it. We always have some fabulous announcement of something coming up at my side. But I do have to say this is my favorite event of the year, and it's a great networking event. We have 200 plus people coming together, and everyone enjoys it. It's a good time.
Yeah, it's a warm feeling because your
absolutely.
setting is very warm too. Because I mean, they have a lot of fundraisers that are held in hotels, but to have a fundraiser right on the space that you're trying to support really underscores what you're trying to do and what you're trying to present to our public and to people who attend the museum.
Yes, so folks will have the chance to tour the Challenger Learning Center, to experience a brief planetarium show, and also to just have some fun in the galleries at my site. And of course, we have our fingers crossed that the weather will be perfect. I don't know how that's going to go, so that we can do the fireworks,
Okay,
but
did
also
we show the picture of the fireworks? I don't remember seeing those. Just real quick, that was, I think, the last photo in their lineup. But there it is. Is that part of it?
That's sort of the big grand finale of the fireworks.
Yeah, so there
the
it is.
MySci logo flashing upon upon the sky.
Throw out there that tickets are still available.
Okay.
And you can go to mysci.org.
Okay, good. They'll fit you in anyway. No matter what, th'll get you in there, right? So we'll make sure we're not going to.
Jane Gold and our board chair, Tony Farrar.
Yeah.
So,
Jane is such a sweetheart. Yeah.
Well, she's really the mastermind of all of this.
I know. Like she's got a mind like a whip, really there. But I want to encourage you all to check it out and to go to MySci. Maybe you won't be able to get to the event, but please go to the MySci and check it out, because next year you'll be so excited about what you saw all year long. You're going to go to the gala. So there you go. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Nice to see you both.
Always great to be here.
We're going to take another quick peek of the inside Green Market, which is going outside. And when we come back, we're going to be talking a little bit about Proctor's, and stay tuned. Great. Get everything in.
We have about 2,200 maple trees, and then we make a variety of products, added value products with the maple. And then we have lavender, about 130 lavender plants, and we make various products from lavender. We have maple iced tea, lavender iced tea.
Wow.
A lot of the baked goods are gone, but this is lavender banana blueberry bread. These maple cookies, and these are maple candy here. And these are maple cranberry butterscotch cookies.
Now, the maple syrup comes from where?
Granville, New York.
All right.
We're about 18 miles east of Lake George.
All right. Is it all your farm, other farm?
It's our farm. My daughter and myself work the farm, and in the summer we have cut flowers at the summer Schenectady market.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Okay, and here we are back again, and with me I have Marilyn Sassy. Marilyn is with the Proctor's Historical Committee, which they're doing such a fabulous job of preserving the history of Proctor's and discovering the history of Proctor's. So we're going to find out from Marilyn what her role is, and I know that part of her role is to do the tours. So in order to do tours, you have to know something about the building. So do you know anything about the building?
Well, I'm going to start right at the beginning, because I think it's interesting to let people know how we know the history. How did we get the history? And being head of the tour guides, I want to make sure that the tour guides have all the correct information. So for years and years, all that we had to go by was a book that was written back in the early 40s. It was called F.F. Proctor, Vaudeville Pioneer.
I saw that on Amazon, yeah.
Right, and the ghostwriter for that book was Mr. Proctor's second wife. Now, while there is some very interesting information and stories, she was biased. She was biased because he had been married before, and there's a lot that was left out.
Oh.
So that's all.
So there's a story behind
there's
the story.
There's a story behind the story. Back when the theater was reopened after it had gone through some very difficult times, that was reopened 1979. Board of directors was elected, and also a new staff was put in place. A woman who is now the head of
Dennis Madden, was he the first?
Dennis Madden was the CEO.
Yeah.
And Audrey Hughes, who is now head of the History Committee, chair of the History Committee, was head of public relations and advertising. And Audrey knew that information had to be found. She needed it. She wanted to promote the theater and wanted the history. She went down to the Historical Society in Schenectady and met up with an historian by the name of Francis Poulin. He had compiled notebooks that we have, notebooks full of information.
Really?
Audrey learned from him, and she was able to meet and interview Mr. Proctor's great-grand-niece. Now, then entering the picture is a husband and wife team who joined the History Committee, Nancy and Dick Lang. They are actually my predecessors, because Nancy was head of tour guides and developed it and taught them the information she put together, and Dick was going online and researching. The two of them found an historian in Central Valley, and that is a very important location because the Proctors had a phenomenal summer estate. now
in
owned
Central Valley.
in Central Valley. It's now owned by West Point.
Okay.
And this gentleman, his name is Herman Galbraith. And Herman has been wonderful sharing the information he has found. And on long-term loan from him in the window in the arcade is a wonderful fan that was given out in 1926 to the ladies in the very first.
They used to give out favors.
These were the favors, the very first show, and the gentleman got a gun that shot out a dancing girl. So, bringing it
only in America.
Yeah, bringing it up to the present time, we are constantly looking, gathering information. We have oral histories. All of them are our people that we interview. They are all interviewed by Karen Johnson, and the producer of
those
that.
are on up on the web.
They're on the
Facebook.
web. They're all videos on YouTube.
YouTube.
And June Brinter is the producer, and she's helped by her husband Ed.
Yeah.
And we do a lot. Talking to the backstage crew because we want to get all the technical information done correctly, and a lot of times they'll overhear somebody say something wrong, and they're very generous about explaining what really is happening backstage. And then last but not least, I have been able to have some very interesting conversations with the closest living relative of Mr. Proctor. He would have been his great-grand-nephew.
Okay.
So,
but they interviewed the great-grand-niece, and now
yeah,
you're in contact with the
excuse me, now I'm talking to the great-grand-nephew.
And how interested are they in preserving the history?
Oh, very interested. And this gentleman has compiled a wonderful genealogy about the family, so I can get some really interesting, more intimate facts about the family. And we are very, very grateful to a donation of the original theater program.
That was just recently.
Very recently.
Somebody found it in
found it in a garage sale in a box of old magazines. And it gives us information that we didn't know, and we've recently purchased a souvenir program from 1902 that tells us something we never knew. Of course, we knew Mr. Proctor was involved in vaudeville.
But you said 1902.
1902.
Because this was built
in 1926. So the 1902 program comes from one of his very first theaters in New York City. He ends up with 53 theaters across the country, the 23rd Street Theater. And what it tells us is that he was not just bringing vaudevillians in, he was producing, directing lavish shows. He would get the best screenplays that he could find. Then he would hire the actors and actresses, and the book is filled with pictures of them.
Oh my goodness.
And it also tells us that he was involved with scenery, costuming.
He did everything.
He did everything. So we never knew that.
Yeah, so this is wonderful. So this is what you'll find out. And there is a book, I think, in the gift shop too on Proctor's, which of course is something they could
the
pick
90th
up.
For the 90th celebration, brand
Can't
new
wait
book.
for the 100th. What are you going to do? You got to top that with 100.
Exactly.
But if you want to get in touch with Marilyn, I believe they have her email address up there. If you're poking around in your grandmother's or your great-grandmother's stuff, you might just find a favor that was handed out at one of the performances. They would love to have it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're always looking for new information.
Great. Marilyn Sassy, and she is, and if you're going to see a tour here, please come and see one of the tours or go on it because it's so much fun. And you're going to learn so much about it. You have such great people that lead them, and I'm sure you train them really well.
We do.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to go over to Albany for the Mendelssohn Club of Albany and their great performance coming up at Chancellor Hall. Stay tuned. Great. Okay. Got everything.
This
is our fluffernutter.
Jill, hello.
How you doing?
Well, what's your specialty here?
Poultry and eggs.
From your own farm?
Yes, sir. This is a producer-only market, so everything that's sold here should be grown on your farm.
Yeah. Wow. So specifically, what do you sell?
Turkeys, ducks, guinea fowl, eggs,
wow.
chicken.
Wonderful. And where's your farm?
In Schoharie Valley, New
Schoharie
York.
Valley.
Yep.
Were you hit by the flood?
Yes, we were. We lost 100 feet of property, 1,200 feet of fence, a 4-ton grain bin, 600 feet of road.
Holy smoke. Are your sales going pretty good here?
A little slower today. Last week was very busy, but you know the weather probably kept some people home.
Yeah, it's crisp today. Well,
Yeah.
good luck. Thank
you very much.
A dozen of eggs?
Ah, here's a good sale. Farm fresh.
Farm fresh, right, Jill?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
And it looks like you represent Mariahville Farm.
That is correct.
And what are you selling?
We sell pasture-raised Black Angus beef. We have pork, goat, lamb, chicken, turkey, and duck, and fresh eggs.
Oh, nice. And what's your...
And here we are back again. It's always a pleasure. It really is a pleasure to have the Mendelssohn Club of Albany on the show. These are men that just sing their hearts out. And not only do they sing their hearts out, they sing them in a very special place.
Yes.
So Jeff Friedenberg is with me, and also we have John Marchino.
Mazzacchio, but that's close.
Okay. As an Italian, you'd think I'd be able to roll this right off my tongue, but I don't. And then Mr. Clement over there is a guest performer.
Benedict.
Benedict. Oh, what did I say, Clement?
Because we were just talking about Michael Clement.
Clement. Oh, that was
yes,
it.
You
Oh.
have you got the other Michael on here. This is Benedict.
Yeah.
But both are phenomenal musicians. So.
Yes,
they are.
Absolutely. Sorry, sir. So anyway,
problem.
so Jeff, tell us about it.
The concert.
I need a teleprompter. Don't you think I need a teleprompter?
No, you're just doing so many wonderful things. That's the key thing.
Thank you. Whoa. I need him to keep telling me I'm doing okay. Go ahead.
Our concert this season is called To Life. And we tried to put together some things from Broadway. We're doing Fiddler on the Roof, Godspell, and we're doing some classic American things that all go into the wonderful thing of love, marriage, religion, friendships, goals, to put together a great concert.
Yeah, and you're doing it at Chancellor Hall. I mentioned this earlier. I just love that place as
well.
It's
great, great. And we have a special thing that our accompanist, Michael Clement, is bringing his own grand.
See, there's that Michael Clement.
Yeah, to be used. We have a wonderful Steinway coming in to be used to accompany the club this year, so which is really fantastic.
And I understand you're also going to be at the Tulip Festival. Is that correct?
We are the club always, and I think John could speak about that. Always is there.
Yes, we've been with the Tulip Fest for quite a number of years now. We always sing just before the Tulip Queen and her court are inducted. And then
what a scent! Oh my gosh! I mean, I can't imagine hearing you and then coming out with my little tiara.
Well, we can wear tiaras too if it'll help make the occasion more special for you. But and then the following week, the following Friday, as always, the Tulip Queen and the Tulip Court's first public appearance also at our concert 6 days later. So that's a nice tradition that we've developed in the city of Albany.
Yeah, they always
nice.
come.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
really
that's
super.
Wonderful.
Really super.
And let's talk about the guest performer here.
Yeah, Michael Benedict is known in the area as a fabulous, fabulous musician, and we just are so excited that he has got the time, because he worked with us last season on a Christmas concert, and we're just really happy to have him back again.
Good. And what do you do?
Well, I'm going to be bringing in a quartet that I have. It's called Jazz Vibes.
Okay.
And I play an instrument called the vibraphone, which is
what is a vibraphone?
It's similar,
because maybe some of the people out there don't know what that is.
I'm sure many
phone
of them
or what?
do not. It's similar to a xylophone, except the keys are made of aluminum, and it has a pedal similar to a piano where the notes can ring. Also, it's motorized where the sound actually vibrates.
Oh, really?
And it was first developed by some early pioneers like Lionel Hampton.
Lionel Hampton.
Very
did he
well
play
known.
the vibraphone?
That was
Oh
his
my gosh!
instrument,
I mean, I hear him as you say his name. I can hear him play that.
So I'm bringing in Mark Foster on drums.
Okay.
Scott Bassenson on piano, and Eric Johnson on bass. So
See, a nice jazz group going.
Yes.
Yeah, we're so excited.
And it's a nice, it augments the vocals of the Mendelssohn Club as well. So do you normally have music?
We usually have a guest artist in each of the programs that we put on. It brings more people into the community, and we highlight fabulous talent like his quartet that's coming in. So it's another venue to get more people involved.
Now, you sing a cappella?
We do.
Yeah, see, so you don't need a piano over on the side.
But so many things.
You just need a tuning.
But so many
things that they blow into.
But a lot of things are really, the piano enriches, and then we're also going to have some of his musicians from the quartet play with the ensemble. We do some jazz things from Godspell and Fiddler on the Roof, so we're all excited about that too.
And it's going to be held at Chancellor's Hall. Talk to me about Chancellor's Hall, because to me that's just an amazing place.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time.
Yep, Chancellor's Hall has been around a little bit longer than the club. It's our 108th season, and it's our 108th season singing at Chancellor's Hall, actually. Yeah. We have a long history of singing there for our spring concert, and they've always been wonderful to us, and we love to sing there because it's such a grand hall.
It's absolutely gorgeous, and if you don't know what building it's in, it's the building with the longest colonnade.
Yeah, that's the state education building.
Yeah, state education building.
And there, as you mentioned before, in the front of the hall is a wonderful mural from Saratoga Springs, where I live, from the Grand Union Hotel, and it's just a really, really beautiful painting, which people need to see if they haven't seen it.
Well, and it's amazing because I remember sitting there for an event, probably maybe the commissioner was giving a talk there or something. And I remember sitting there listening to him and looking at that picture and just looking at all the details in it.
So many details.
It's
really
incredible, incredible, and the sound is wonderful in that place. How many people does it hold?
I would think probably about 5, 6.
Yeah, about 600.
Yeah.
About 600 people.
Okay, so we need to get 600 people there.
We do.
Yes.
And how do we do that?
You can go online at mendelssohn.org.
Yes.
You can order tickets, and we also have a phone number, which is on your site, which we gave out. So, or at the door.
And how do you get? How do men join your group? Because Michael Eck was on earlier, and he did it at 18. So.
Yes.
Yeah,
Michael's a great guy.
Yeah, he is. That's another Michael, just in case, you know.
It's a famous name.
Clement, Benedict, we get them all. So.
Anyone is welcome to come each semester. We do auditions in September and in January for encouraging guys right from high school on.
Go ahead.
No, great. You can talk over each other. It's okay.
Normally, I don't like to interrupt him.
No, I know. You're doing fine now.
We do have a lot of younger members who have joined us recently, which is wonderful. It's exciting for us to have a bunch of new members this season, 5 or 6, which doesn't happen all the time, but we would love it if that.
Well, and we have to keep people getting involved so that you don't white out, so to speak.
That's right.
You know, that kind of thing. Yes. Don't go away. I want to just say who's coming up on the show because I always want to make sure I get this in before I get cut off. The Business and Professional Women's Club, the 90th birthday celebration is coming up. Colony Senior Services is coming on the show. The Landis Arboretum, what a great place that is. St. Paul Center, Saratoga Tour de Cure, and Transgender Forum up in Saratoga is coming up.
Okay.
So I want to talk a little bit about To Life, L'Chaim, and that is going to be on Friday, May 19th.
Correct.
It's only 28 hours. What a bargain that is. And it's, I don't have the time.
7:30.
7:30.
7:30.
And I just wanted to let everyone know that when I speak with my guests like this, all of the information that I get in, and sometimes I update it while I'm sitting here chatting with you, and I will put this on Facebook, and you'll be able to see it. And of course, remember that we are now on Twitter, and we're on Instagram, so we're just out there trying to get the information. And it's all about my guests.
We really appreciate it.
Facebook's a wonderful thing. We have an active Facebook page also with updates and concert clips and things like that for people.
Oh, that's good. So you can go to their Facebook page. And please, if you're telling me you're not on Facebook, get on Facebook. There's so much. Really, it's a wonderful tool to
Yes, so many events are announced there now.
They're
it's a
there,
great thing.
and you can always, if you're not sure, go there and look and see. So it works very well.
Yes.
I want to thank you all for being here, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at Jazz on Jack.
Yes, we're excited, and thank you for having us again. We really appreciate
listen,
it.
I love to see you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks so
I
much.
love men that sing, right?
Come and join us.
Yeah, well, no, I'd have to change a few things.
At the concert.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm having the transgender forum on next week, so maybe I can figure that one out. Anyway, thank you for being here. It's been a pleasure to have you all here. And I'm Ann Pirelli. You're watching Schenectady Today in and around the Capital Region. And what wonderful guests I have. I am so blessed.